Hello friends.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Today's topic is something which falls in many medical faculties. Yes, it is more of a sign than a symptom. The topic is cough. Now, cough has different implications. It can be a mere cough like a coryza, something like a sinusitis, something like an irritation, or it may be some more deep-seated diseases also present as cough. So, whenever a patient of cough comes to us, we first try to find out whether it's a cough which is a normal, more than normal cough which can be sorted out within a couple of days, or whether there is some deep pathology, deep problem to the cough. So here we have a list of all the causes for cough grossly. One is the laryngeal and pharyngeal affections. It may be a mild laryngitis or pharyngitis also. It may be a irritation. It may be a common cold. It may be as simple as post-nasal drip which causes cough. Or it can be more severe like pneumonia or tuberculosis or pleural effusion which all the time causes cough because of the irritation, or it can be the bronchogenic carcinoma. So you see, cough is a symptom which can be telling us a smallest underlying disease to a grave pathological condition. So you must not neglect the cough which comes to us. Many a times the cardiac cause of the cough are the valvular lesions. Congestive cardiac failure can also, the backward pressure changes which occur because of the stenosis, because of the LVF, because of the aneurysms can also cause cough. So cough is also an important symptom in cardiogenic diseases. Again, I am telling you, my friends who are seeing this, doctors, that we should not neglect any cough patient coming to us. It can be the most smallest cause of irritation here. Cough after eating something which was spicy, something which was very cold, and that irritation cough is the smallest type of cough which comes to us. But even this can be presenting of the cough. And then other pyogenic, some wax in the middle ear, abscesses, tumors, enlarged lymph nodes in the mediastinum can also give rise to cough. So what do you do when you get a patient with persistent cough? Start with the basic investigations, basic come basic. Any cough which is untreated for many days or many months in India, in Indian settings, we suspect tuberculosis. And the patient has evening rise in temperature. If the person has lost weight, if a person is not eating well, then you must understand that it may be underlying tuberculosis, or maybe if the person is elderly, some carcinogenic, some cancer somewhere and causing this weakness. One has to be open-minded. Again, I am sharing with my young friends who are seeing this is that 90% of the times the diagnosis is something very simple, 90% times. But those 10% or 5% times when a diagnosis is difficult, you must keep your mind and eyes open for it. And eyes can see only what the mind knows. So we have to know medically that cough can be a symptom of something major occurring in the body. One should not neglect it. Simply yawning, we yawn. Maybe you all may be yawning after a boring lecture, but I am sure my lecture is not boring. I try to animate it. But sir, yawning is not just a cause for sleepiness or boredom. Yawning can also occur in chronic renal failure. When the creatinine levels goes up, when the BUN is high, when there is a kidney failure, there may be yawning. Are you understanding? So, any symptom which a patient is coming up with should be introspected and should be studied well. Yes. Then we have the next symptom, which is the pulmonary function test. Now, all our doctor friends should at least have a peak flow meter in their clinic, which is very simple. At least you can know some things of how much the tidal volume. The peak flow meter should be there. I think a peak flow meter's cost doesn't more than 500,000 rupees. From that you understand many important conditions. Asthmatic cough which is coming. Then we ask a patient to do spirometry. Spirometry also gives us a lot of good indications of what may be the cause of the cough. Is it asthma? Is it some obstruction? What is the cause? Then we move on to the bronchoscopy. The sputum examination is a basic thing to see whether there is a AFB, acid fast bacillus, which is the tuberculosis. The bronchoscopy is important, and the last is the CT scan thorax, which is the HRCT, which tells us what is the real problem going on. So these are the investigations which we don't do it all of a sudden, but step by step investigations. And the first investigation always is the X-ray chest and sputum AFB to see whether there is what type of infection, whether there is a tuberculosis, and overall X-ray chest, which tells us about tuberculosis, which tells us about any hyperactive lung disease, which also tells us about any effusion, any accumulation of fluids in the chest. Well, now we come to treatment. As I said, in homeopathy, the history taking is most important. Most important. So we can take a history of a patient with cough for even half an hour. I wish to say here again that a symptom like cough, allopathic physicians or modern medicine will end up giving 3-4 set of medicines. In Ayurveda has this Kumari Asav, has this Adulsa compound, where the medicines are 3-4 type of medicines. One medicine may be bronchodilator, one medicine is anti-allergic, one is an antibiotic. But in homeopathy, we have over 100 medicines for cough, depending upon what is the origin. Did it come suddenly? Did it come gradually? Did it come after any mental illness? Did it come in the morning, afternoon or evening? Okay, did it come after fever? Does it come only after eating? Is it only after laughing? Is it only after even talking a bit will cause coughing? How many paroxysms? 1, 2, 3. 1 paroxysm. 2 paroxysms. 3 paroxysms. Would you believe, my friends, in homeopathy, we pay importance to this as well, which normally other forms don't give. The reason being, we are highly individualistic. And even 50 patients of cough come to us, we'll end up giving them 50 different medicines many times. There was a patient who came to us. डॉक्टर ऐसे होते रहता है, ऐसे आता है, फिर कुछ नहीं होता है, आता है तब. So we repertorized it. This is called as a minute gun cough. Minute gun cough. This is there in our repertory, and we landed up giving him Corallium rubrum. There was one little boy who came to us with cough making the person blue. So naturally there was oxygen compromise, but one drug which was coming up was Mephitis, which was given and which improved the patient to a certain extent, to a greater extent, I would say. So friends, again reminding you all here that homeopathy is highly individualistic, and we as homeopaths, even the smallest case of cold and cough is a challenge to us, because cold and cough patients also land up getting 5, 10 different medicines, 20 different medicines. So for homeopaths, every case is different, difficult and challenging. The word difficult can be dropped, and the word challenging and different can be taken. Nothing is difficult, there is a method. So our method in homeopathy is much beyond just routine investigations and examinations, but there is a differential drug diagnosis also, where it takes a lot of time for us to decide a drug even in small cases of cold and cough. So here friends, this is what about. Just today I met an executive and he asked me, do you have a medicine for smoker's cough? I said, yes, I have. And I also told him, I have a medicine for smoker's cough with change in brand also. Whereas a person, XYZ brand he is using, after he drops it and suddenly imbibes some other brand, the change in brand also of cigarette can give rise to a different type of uneasiness, and they can get to cough and we homeopaths have medicines for that also. So much is the finiteness of the science. So much is the deep science of individuality. No two people are same. Okay? So this is what we take history, and our history of cough also goes to a long case taking. So based on case taking, we have identified few drugs. As I said, there are hundreds of drugs for cough. If you open our Bible, which is called as the Clark's Matra Medica or Herring's Matra Medica or the Allen's Keynotes, and you see the Boric, every drug has cough. But I have tried to present to you a few of those cough remedies. And well, let me accept that this wonderful PowerPoint presentation is done by my very dear colleague, Dr. Manisha Sharma. And we have a discussion. Of course, I tell her, take this drug, take this drug, take this point, this point. But because of my lack of time, and because she is so dedicated to homeopathy, she finds time from a busy schedule to make this beautiful PowerPoint. Dr. Manisha, thank you. So, belladonna. Belladonna, I had told in my last lectures, Arju ma'am, that this is like a homeopathic crocin, where anything happens, any sort of pain, any sort of illness, if it happens suddenly, be it headache, be it your cough, be it your pains, if it happens suddenly, belladonna is the drug of choice. Belladonna patient says, Doctor Saab, 2 घंटे पहले मैं ठीक था, I was fine, there was no problem, और suddenly मेरे को खांसी शुरू हो गया, देखो खांसी. Now, important of belladonna is a dry drug. So we have dry cough, and the cough ends in sneezing, and the patient is aggravated by lying down. Now, many patients of cough are aggravated lying down. The reason being that the uvula hits against the pharynx, and that produces some sort of irritation. But
in night it is persistent.
yes, that's right. Now, belladonna patient overall will complain of suddenness, dryness, increased thirst, and the face of the patient will be red, because belladonna has more of congestion. Okay, congestion. Remember, belladonna, very important drug again. This drug is characterized by increased discharges. Veratrum album will have loud barking cough, he'll have a lot of discharges, he'll have violent cough. We talk about veratrum in our homeopathic parlance. We say that everything about this drug is loud. Discharges are loud, behavior is loud, crying is loud, moaning is loud, सब कुछ loud है. Expressions are also loud, फेंकना भी loud. The mental state of veratrum is that he is a bragger. होगा घर बोलेगा मेरे बंगले पे आजा. So he is overall he exaggerates. Symptoms also are of exaggeration. Trachea, windpipe, look at the structure. And as abdominal pain can occur in any of the abdominal conditions, cough is a basic symptom of any and most of the bronchial and tracheal conditions. Cough is a basic symptom. Abdominal pain, it doesn't lead you anywhere. There may be 25-30 reasons for abdominal pain. Similarly, cough, there can be 30 to 40 reasons. We as medical students should know all of them. 90% time it's just a normal cough, but we should know and be aware of that 5% dangerous cases. Very important, collinsonia. Collinsonia is essentially a remedy for excitement, for cough, for anger. It's a remedy for pains, but here it's more of a racking cough at night, collinsonia. Racking cough at night. Now comes one of the masters of cough, the bryonia. Bryonia has a slow and insidious onset. Like our belladonna patient said, कि I was fine and suddenly मेरा चालू हो गया. Bryonia patients की धीरे 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 चालू हो गया. धीरे धीरे चालू हो गया. Bryonia is associated with a lot of cough from talking, walking and smoking. And he may have this asthmatic type of cough, the bryonia patient. There may be also a lot of other symptoms of pains, because bryonia is a pain remedy. One nice graffiti. Stanum is a drug for weak patients. The constitution of Stanum is weak. He's a weak patient, maybe has a Stanum metallicum is characterized by weakness. Every drug has its own peculiarity. Stanum is weak, hydrustis is weak, lachesis is weak, arsenic is weak. Some drugs are strong, some drugs are robust, some drugs characterize severe weakness. So we say that the personality is so important in homeopathy. The drug choice depends upon a lot of factors, not just one or two elements. Stanum is marked by extreme weakness. थकवा वाटतो, गळल्यासारखं वाटतं, डॉक्टर साहब कुछ पावर ही नहीं लगती, ऐसा लगता है सब पावर किसी ने खींच लिया हो. देखो आप, पहले तो मैं बहुत ताकत था, अभी बिल्कुल ऐसे लगता है कि यहां से सब कुछ निकाला गया हो. All gone sensation in the chest. This drug also has a lot of tuberculous element. So there may be history of tuberculosis, and there will be a bulgum. Bulgum means expectoration, which is yellowish and greenish, which comes. So there may be indication of pneumonia and pneumonic activity present there. Okay, that is Stanum metallicum. Very important drug, Sticta, which is characterized by dry hacking cough. There may be pains also. Sticta is a drug where we have rheumatic affections along with cough. So patient says that cough bhi hai and I have a pain in my shoulder. I can't pick it up. There is a posterior dropping of mucus where there is a post-nasal drip. Post-nasal drip is also a characteristic of Sticta. Did I tell you that in Stanum there is a paroxysm of 3? What is paroxysm? I told you. 3 paroxysms. 3 paroxysms, so important. In fact, in our OPD, many times we tell the patient, khasi karke batao, kaise batao. Because he may not sometimes cough in the mornings when he comes to us. That coughing may be times, batao aap. और भी टेल द पेशेंट, जब खांसी आती है तो घर वालों को बोलो कि वीडियो ले लो आपका खांसी का. एंड नाउअडेज इट बिकम्स इजी. Technology is advanced, and even the most humble of the people have mobiles. You can record it, and we ask the patient to send the cough. What happens exactly? So Stanum patient typically with Cupromet also 3 paroxysms. Are you understanding? Sticta. Sticta, inspiration aggravation. Many drugs have this. Doctor, मेरे को खांसी जो आती है वो inspiring. Cough on inspiration. So there are so many questions which we ask a patient of cough. In our case taking, we have 2 styles of case taking. 2 styles, I would say 2 methods. One is the open-ended case taking, which occurs first. We ask the patient, क्या होता है आप बताइए. Please explain what happens in detail. In my clinic, you know, I always say कि please, we will not talk, you talk. वैसे भी घर पे भी वही होता है, we don't get a chance to talk. So we have developed that skill of not talking. Let the opposite person talk. उससे अपनी आवाज भी बचती है लाड साहब. So I can use my voice for my riyaz. So I am very diplomatic that way, you know. So I save my voice. People want to talk, you talk. So when the patient talks, he tells these symptoms. But sometimes when the patient does not say, then we have something called as the closed-ended questions. Closed-ended means which have got a definite answer. खांसी सुबह आती है क्या? Close-ended. Open-ended. खांसी कब आती है? But as a rule in our case taking, see now I'm getting cough while talking. So this, the reason is post-nasal drip. When I'm talking, gradually the cough gets accumulated, and I have to hem and haw that cough. So it's a cough of coryza. I will not think of remedies more deeper. I may not think of Sticta. I may not think of Antimtat which is coming. I may not think of Cuprometallicum which is coming. I may think of a remedy which has got a post-nasal discharge along with So maybe natrum carb, all these remedies. Next remedy is one of the very, very important remedies for cough. And Rumex is typically cough of a winter season, dry cough of a winter season. Okay, patient is very sensitive to open air, and even changing air in the room brings on the cough. Slightest inhalation of cold air causes the cough. Tickling cough and aphonia. Aphonia means cannot speak. Aphonia, phonation. So no voice in cold weather. So this is a remedy of cold weather. Where now we are in December, November, December. Now we will see a lot of the cases of Rumex come up. And already, the air has become a bit cool. In Bombay, we experience this weather for 3-4 months, which is, I feel, the best weather of Bombay. November, December, January, February. It's very pleasant. So now Rumex patients will be on the rise. Okay, because of the cold element, the cold air. Slightest inhalation of cold air causes cough. The sputa is yellowish, thick, ropey. Ropey, like Kali Bai, like hydrast, sticky, like Kali Bai. What a remedy? Drosera. Drosera can't be given just like that. Drosera has to have that Drosera Drosera is a type of cough. If someone coughs, you look at him, Baba, kai zala kai re Baba. There are some type of cough which is called as death rattle. If someone coughs that way, we really get scared ki Baba iska jaane wala hai kya? Kya cough hai iska? I will show that to you because I am a good actor. Many of my students still tell me, sir, we don't come to your lectures to learn, sir. We come to enjoy, sir. But see, but I always believe that even in my acting or whatever, even if you get 10 minutes of enjoyment, then I think entertainment is the biggest of thing I can give, or anyone can give anyone. And I tell you, I realized that you take a lecture for 1 hour, what you remember over long term is only what was taught in a jocular or lighter vein. So my students tell me that, sir, we still remember that medical condition you taught, and I didn't study after that. Ye question exam mein aaya, we remember that lecture of yours and that acting, and you wrote that. So friends, if mera naam Joker, if I can make you smile, laugh, and if you remember me sometimes and laugh, I think my objective is done. I'm a doctor, I want to make you happy. So this is a cough which is a violent cough. Drosera is a cough seen in tuberculosis or in deep infections, and the cough is as if like a deep sounding cough. I just showed you. Some people say like a dog barking cough. This cough is a lot of wheezing, and during cough, vomiting of water, mucus and bleeding from nose and mouth. So this is the Drosera cough. Drosera, very important medicine of our Metra Medica. Natrum, as I told you, is a very important medicine. I discussed this medicine in my last lecture on migraine. Very important. Natrum, always headache. I also told you that natrum is a type of a person who is always unhappy. अरे बाबा तू पहला आलास, why are you unhappy? Why are you unhappy? नहीं, पूरा यूनिवर्सिटी में पहला नहीं आया, सिर्फ कॉलेज में पहला आ गया. My dadi used to always say कि some people always चेहरे पे ही उनकी उदासी होती है, चेहरे पे ही गंभीरता, असं काय झालंय म्हणजे असं काही, the entire responsibility is on his shoulder, they are always upset. So I used to feel कि क्या, my dadi gave a word to these people, सूरत ही वैसी. All the time they are worried, they are all the time tensed and all the time tension. फर्स्ट भी आ गया तो बोलेगा कि नेक्स्ट ईयर आएगा कि नहीं फर्स्ट, क्या मालूम, अभी फर्स्ट ईयर मुझे नेक्स्ट ईयर भी फर्स्ट आना पड़ेगा, इतना टेंशन है मेरे को, मला किती टेंशन है, you don't know what I'm going through. All the time they are carrying a baggage. That is natrum personality. All the time worrying, all the time upset. ना कोई उमंग है, ना कोई तरंग है, नेट्रम्यूर की जिंदगी क्या एक कटी पतंग है, और पतंग कटी नहीं होगी तो भी लगेगा कट जाएगी, कट जाएगी, कट जाएगी. Natramure, I remember my teacher Dr. Vijay Vaishnav explaining. Natramure always बात करते वक्त always tries to clear his throat. The reason being natrum group has that post nasal drip. So while talking sinus से पीछे के रास्ते से, there are two roads, one is SV road, one is linking road. पीछे का linking road, समझा, पीछे का. In Bombay we have these main roads in suburbs, you know, SV road, linking road. So ये linking road से जो पीछे से आते रहते हैं, that is the post nasal drip. And all the time in this natrum mure, natrum carb, natrum sulf, you keep on getting this all the time clearing. We have spoken about this drug so many times in female remedies. This drug is used. This is a drug of menopause. When ladies come to us for different menopausal problems after 40, 45, lachesis is to menopause what pulsatilla is to menarche. So the hot flushes which comes, lachesis. Even cough arising during that menopausal age is lachesis. Morely a left-sided drug. It has got a lot of warts, it has got a lot of fibroids, it has got a lot of bleeding. But in case of this, holds self or holds the throat while coughing. That's one important symptom. And rattling cough, choking cough. Remember, lachesis is a snake, and in most of the snake remedies, you get a choking feeling. Choking. मला पण त्रास झाला. I conduct a full lecture on cough. And students like it. And students बोल सर वो टीचिंग छोड़ो, एक्टिंग ही करो सर. टीचिंग छोड़ो, हमको मजा करने का है. ठीक है यार, मजा करो आप, मगर आप सीखो भी साथ में. I'm happy. Once you answer good in the exams, I'm happy. You become a good doctor, I'm happy. Now cough before midnight. You know, the lachesis patient is said to go sleeps into aggravation. So typical lachesis patient will say कि रात तक ठीक था, 12 बजे के बाद जो है मेरा चालू हो गया और पूरा सोते 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 मेरा प्रॉब्लम हो गया. Sleeps into aggravation. Cough. Cough of alcoholics. So Kalibai also, Naxwamika also, Syphilinum also are alcoholic drugs, and they have all these symptoms of cough of alcoholics. Someone coughed right now. I don't know whether we caught it. It has got two paroxysms. Two paroxysms. Now capsicum. Capsicum is an important drug. Capsicum is characterized by lots of heat. Capsicum, burning, and they have got metastatic pain. See the last pain in distant part of the body while coughing. So patients cough but get pains in the legs. Also, when the patient coughs, the cough, you see pellets go all over. It flows. The patient says, Doctor Sahab, it's so embarrassing that when I cough, the mucus flies in different direction. That's what he says. That is the typical capsicum cough. And also along with that, you see this very interesting term, there is also sense of fetidity or a smell which comes out. Very bad smell which comes out from coughing. I had this patient who was treated not by capsicum but by Asafoetida, who said, I have a lot of cough and there is so much of bad odor from the nose that I can't go in close proximity with anyone. So much is the bad odor which I also keep on getting. Asafoetida was a drug which I gave the patient. Carboveg, again very important drug. Carboveg is about flatulence. Carboveg is about the end state disease. Any, coming towards the end. Carboveg is carbon. Carbon needs fanning. You have seen? Okay, the coal, what the coal wants is fanning. So Carboveg also wants fanning. The patient of Carboveg will also sit in the front of the AC vent. Sit under the fan and wants more of patient relieved only by constant fanning from a close distance. Only by fanning from close distance. Causticum. One symptom which I was taught by my teacher, causticum, that rawness and soreness. Everywhere, throat, urinary organs, anywhere the patient feels as if rawness and soreness. Soreness म्हणजे असं मारल्यासारखं वाटतंय. How one feels after hitting, that is the symptom which a patient of causticum experiences, rawness and soreness. We saw one drug which has got aggravation on inspiration, here the aggravation on expiration. Not relieved by drinking cold water in the damp, wet weather. So see how there are differences. There is no logic. There is no. I saw one movie yesterday, Golmaal 3. You know, there is a nice. With God, there is no logic. There is only magic. So I also feel here, many a times in homeopathy, the symptoms are so peculiar, rare. I am not using the word weird. Peculiar, rare. There is no logic. Now, why would a patient of causticum feel better by drinking, water in damp, wet weather? There is no logic. There is magic. Badiaga is one good remedy for whooping cough. Badiaga is also one remedy we use for knee pains, and especially in middle-aged ladies who come with osteoarthrosis of the knee. You know, before they eventually go for a replacement, we try our best to prolong it. And Badiaga is one important remedy. And again, look at this symptom: worse from cold, better by heat. Shh. Grating noise. Excellent. So what is it? आपण काय मराठीत काय म्हणतो आपण सांगा ना मी मराठी मनुष्य आहे काय म्हणतो आपण रंधा मारणं sawing. So the typical symptom here is that as if a saw is moved in a pine board. This is the sound of the cough which comes. Dry sound after midnight, after talking, after eating. Constant cough, dry cough, cough in winter, cough after midnight, cough after sleeping, cough after talking, cough after slightest activity. That is spongia. If you ask me which is the drug which is given the most common by homeopaths, is spongia. But spongia will not have some deep pathology inside. Spongia, remember friends, spongia, the important drug for treatment of cough, dry cough, dry cough. Oh, Raja ka Raja, Antim tart. Antim tart. Antim tart is my favorite remedy. I love to see this remedy. It has got accumulation of fluids here. A typical Antim tart patient says that since I changed my residence, that residence has a lot of dampness. बरसात बहुत था ये बार. मेरे घर पे पानी भरता है. My walls are damp. And since then I started getting a severe cough. The cough is so much, I have to rattle. It's a wheezing cough. Cough makes him blue. You put the stethoscope here and there will be wheezing sound. Orchestra. अपना orchestra है सब. उधर भी orchestra, इधर भी orchestra. Can I have a piece of paper which is which I can tear? So I think Lard Sahib is giving. Bigger Lard Sahib is giving. Lard Sahib has everything with him. Sir, I'm going to tear it. I don't do it normally. बिल है कोई बड़ा सर कुछ काम These are all rhonchi which we see in Antim tart. In spongia and rumex you get rals. Understanding? Madam, hope we are These are RALs. इस सर को वापस इसको इस्त्री मार के we'll use again. So in antim-tart you get Ronchi. Antim-tart has accumulation. Antim-tart patient feels that he is going to fall down. He feels dizzy. He has a vertigo. And also antim-tart has lot of drowsiness. He will keep on feeling very drowsy. Again, all the very important suffocating cough, loud rattling cough, accumulation of mucus, and look at this 3 a.m. aggravation. And we just saw this, that face is cyanotic, blue and pale. This reminds me, one very important thing which we all doctors can have in clinic, doesn't cost much, is a pulse oximeter. Pulse oximeter today, if you go to buy, it's not very costly. We must have it. And even our patients who are prone to asthma, patients who are prone to any respiratory diseases, they can keep this pulse oximeter at home also. Just check it how much, because if it falls below 86, 90, you can inform a doctor immediately, my total oxygen saturation is becoming low. What can I do? Okay, with cystic fibrosis, interstitial lung disease, ILD. Yeah. Sepia, wonderful remedy. Look at the symptom. All symptom of dyspnea when walking, better by dancing. Now look at this. How can this be there? The patient says कि walking से बढ़ता है, but when I do hard dancing, I feel better. Can it be logic? It can't be logic. It's only magic. Yes, friends, homeopathy is magic because it defies logic. But friends, when you use the word magic, there is some supernatural thing involved. I wouldn't say homeopathy is magic. Now I'm saying homeopathy is not magic. It's a deep-rooted science which is so individualistic that normal pathology and logic is not apt to understand the profundity of homeopathy. So much is it big. So how can we understand it? The patient says, logic will say that if the patient has walking aggravation, don't do anything, sit down then. But no, patient says that by dancing, by vigorous movements, I feel better. Dancing means vigorous movements. So here it is defining logic here, but this is the individuality which has to be respected, and only homeopathy, not a single other medical science, takes into account so much of an individuality of a patient. And that's the reason why many or most of the older homeopaths have been physicians, MD physicians and surgeons. And today also all over the world, people taking interest in homeopathy are a lot of doctors from the other fields, because they feel that this is so deep and so profound. Fetid sputum and constant tickling in the throat. There are two remedies. One is Vaithya, which also has Arundo. I'm sorry, I'm sounding gross, but it's the way, only way you can understand. It's itching. How can you scratch it? That's the only way. Sometimes when you see the dogs doing this way, you feel they're gone crazy, but how can they scratch? They don't have hands going here. They're enjoying themselves. Similarly, we can scratch only by this way. Now we move on to some other interesting drugs. Amonkar, morning aggravation, lot of sputum. Hemamelis, where the tickling with taste of blood or sulfur. Kalibai, Kali group, morning aggravation, rattling, discharge of mucus, sticky discharge, which my friend Lard Saab was saying. Okay, and changeable area, small spots pain, changeable, sometimes here, the area changes. Tuberculinum is a nosode. We'll talk about nosode once. Tuberculinum is indicated as a integrant remedy. How your father scolds you once in 3 months, kai karat nahi ka, akkal nahi ka. Your mother keeps on scolding you every day. कुछ समझता नहीं है, कुछ समझता नहीं है, कुछ समझता नहीं है. Mother scolds you, that's why you don't listen to mother so much. But father gives you a scolding once in 3 months, but that's enough to last for 6 months, isn't it? So tuberculinum is that important nosode. Nosode means something which breaks the monotony. Nosode means something which excites the miasm. Nosode means something which which is a change. It's a paradigm shift. It gives you one thrust to the entire economy of the body. And when we say always that nosode should not be repeated, it's given once and wait and watch. And within 7-8 days, the nosode activity starts and we see a change. So tubercle venom is the one nosode which you give in many respiratory conditions. So this is what, friends, smoking is injurious to health. So I take this important platform of Help Library, which is helping people over last 2 or 3 decades, and whose subscribers are increasing with the day in hundreds. So I plead everyone that today let us pledge not to smoke. I also plead everybody to support the cause, that if someone is smoking in the common areas, please tell him that, boss, you are smoking, you're harming yourself, but the passive smokers, you are harming everybody else also. So let us take a pledge today that we should not smoke, and also we should request people smoking not to allow the passive smoking. But before I close, I wish to discuss with you some interesting cases of cough which I have treated. See, routine cases we see a lot, but as homeopaths we get cases which come to us after the other medical therapies don't work to that extent, and people come to us as a final relief. सब कुछ करके आया हूँ, क्या करूँ अभी? ऐसे एक केस आई थी. She was a leading nurse from a government medical college, and she came to us. She had just one symptom: constant tickling cough. Constant tickling cough. सारखं इथे गुदगुदली वाटते, सारखं इथे सारखं असं खाजवासारखं वाटतं, सारखं. No other symptom she had. We gave her remedy not listed here, Squilla, based on other symptoms: rawness, tickling, dry cough, and within 7-8 days she says that she is better at least 50 to 70%. So we see such cases regularly. We need to know the symptom. So sometimes symptoms will come to you within 10 minutes, sometimes 1 hour. So long as you get good symptoms, prescription becomes interesting. So before I close, I call my very dear friend, colleague, Dr. Payal Parmar, to share with us some nice case which she had seen in our OPD. Dr. Payal, can you please oblige? क्या करेंगे?
There was one 10-year-old boy came to our clinic along with his mother. As the mother narrated the history, it was found that the boy was having a rattling cough, which was more in the night, and he used to get up from the cough. It was so severe. Also, he was having a vomiting, and the cough was better when he used to lie only on the right side. On examination, we auscultated the patient, and we found out there was lot of continuous wheezing. Also, patient was very drowsy, and the appetite and thirst was also decreased. So based on this 4-5 symptoms, we prescribed Antimtat 200 repeatedly. After 3 days, we called the patient for the follow-up, and after 3 days, the patient was much better by 50%. So after that, we continued the same medicine for another 1 week, and then the patient got all right. There was one lady who came after having all the treatment done by allopathy. So there was continuous dry cough. It was in paroxysm of 3. Earlier 2-3 remedies were given, but still the patient was not better. After that, we prescribed Cuprum Met, and following that she was better by 50%, and after that again doing the same follow-up, she was much better.
Good. Thank you.
Dr. Payal, thank you so much for your nice sharings, because it's through the sharings that we all doctors learn. It's from the mistakes of our own in the past. We should learn a lot. So I've also made a lot of technical mistakes where I could not select the right remedy, because homeopathy doesn't fail. What fails is our expertise in selecting the right remedy at that appropriate time. Because as I said, in cough we may be having some 70-80 remedies, and only one remedy is a simillimum to that particular case. And if a patient is not feeling better, it is because of our inability to not select an appropriate drug. Now one gentleman is coughing here, and he seems to have a tracheostomy tube also there, and his cough, if you ask me, is a cough of a old person with sedentary cough, and Senega or Antim Tart would be the most appropriate, because you are trying to, the cough is because of some accumulation which is not coming out. So Senega and Antim Tart may be the right medicine for your cough right now. Okay, friends, I hope you enjoyed this discussion on cough remedies, and we'll be back soon. But just before leaving, I remember one nice song बचपन का, टडडडन, खांसी के लिए है तो बस ला ला ला, तो मैं कहता हूँ खांसी के लिए है, खांसी के लिए है तो बस स्पॉन्जिया स्पॉन्जिया for all type of coughs. Ding ding. But homeopathy is not that easy, I'm telling you. It's not that easy. For any one type of cough, we have to select between hundreds of remedies. One person coming to us in a span of 2 days, we have to change the medicine also, because आज कफ लग रहा है Rumex जैसे, कल लगेगा Antim Tart जैसे. If the cough is going more deeper, it may sound like Drosera. So Hahnemann uses the word vigilance. It's very important. The medical prescriber has to be vigilant. I have told that next 7-8 days are the vigilance week of all the banks. So just taking a cue from that, we doctors have to be very vigilant. That is the cough changing, is the discharge changing, is the oxygen concentration dipping, is the cough becoming more coarser, is there accumulation of fluids inside. So accumulation of fluid means the cough has gone more deeper. It's a respiratory, it's a lower respiratory, so one has to be vigilant. So friends, see you soon, and don't worry about the cough. We homeopaths are there to take care of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.